All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Now Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This defense for the Titans, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 9. They'll run left with Pollard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second down at 5. They'll try the left side. Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try the left side. Pollard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game? Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter. I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win.
And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Snags it from a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 4. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the left side. Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 15. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. This is certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.